I want to play soccer. Yeah, brother. Excellent. Perfect. I don't know if the volume is good. Feet ball. I have to sneeze. Uh-oh.
Nintendo!
Next level games!
What a handsome lad that Wario. So chat, I want to talk a bit about the Nintendo thingy. Cause, well, it's kind of whack when you think about it. Keep everything the same. We're going with robots. Yeah. So what's interesting to me about it is the information that we got on Pikmin 3 Deluxe, right? That came from a random tweet. Well, I wouldn't say random, but you get what I mean when I say just like a tweet, right? That's interesting. Because it seems like that was the kind of thing that was probably set up to come and appear in a Direct. Didn't happen. I know the whole story on the Direct and why the Directs aren't happening. But so far we've got an Origami King, which is actually pretty cool. I think I like Origami King. And now Pikmin 3 coming to Switch. Interesting how that happened. Like that's pretty big news. Oh boy. But it just kind of happened in a tweet. Same thing with Smash Brothers. Nice block. Smash got an update that increased the Wi-Fi capabilities. Well, capabilities, but I guess it just made Wi-Fi connection better. I can't really say how better because I don't play Wi-Fi. But they made that better, as well as including a new stage called Small Battlefield, which is Battlefield, but, well, small. That's all it is. Nothing else there. That's alright, I have another dude here. Yep. Oh, that was close. Oh my god, please give me something. Remember, these guys can do a super shot from anywhere with any of them. I missed that by a little itty bitty bit and it wasn't enough. Wow. PS2 Battlefield. Basically, yeah, but it's still smaller than PS2. The platforms also are lower. But that was really weird, because that just kind of happened a couple days ago, didn't it? It came as an update, and they said stay tuned for like more. It seems to be that they have more planned, but again, it's just weird that none of it is happening. None of it is happening in a Direct or anything like that. There's no presentation coming out. It's just every now and again we're getting these tweets being like, yeah, you know that game you're waiting for? Well, here it is. Like, imagine if Nintendo, imagine if this all happened like 2-3 years from now, whenever Breath of the Wild 2 was cited to come out, and then Nintendo just randomly drops a tweet one day and it's like, yo, Breath of the Wild 2 coming out in like 2 weeks. Like, how do you even respond to that? That game's obviously getting hyped up a lot, as it should. Oh. But I remember like the original Breath of the Wild was also really hyped up, but then it went through a lot of development changes. Started on the Wii U, moved to Switch, all kinds of things. Okay, please fuck off. I have 3 points. Okay. Fuck off, Mario. The robots are losing. Didn't take long for that to happen, did it? The game even gave me a star. That was such a slow ball. Nice. Oh, come on. Good. Okay, we're on there. It's on both, yeah, but it originally started development on the Wii U. And then they were like, well, okay, we're going to move it to the new system. Which made it take longer. Which is fine, because it came out and it's a loud noise. It came out, it's a good game. All that good stuff. I really need this to work. Nice. Oh, he does the robot. Look at that. Who would have thought? I feel fake or like an April Fool's Day joke, right? I was just surprised at Pikmin 3. I mean, to be fair on that one, it was kind of expected to happen. Because Pikmin 3 was a good game. And every good game that came out on the Wii U has escaped to the Wii U in some form of deluxe edition or just sequel. Are there any games left on the Wii U, chat, that are Nintendo first party that haven't come out yet? Ooh, that was close. The only one that comes to mind is Mario 3D World, which honestly they probably end up making a Switch sequel before they made a remake of that, which would be great because I really like that game. Nice. The field tilt is obnoxious. Okay. That was a good shot, Robot Man. Xenoblade X, though that game isn't overly popular. Is that first party Nintendo? I thought Monolith Soft owned Xenoblade. I actually don't know anything about that company, like, at all, so I'm legitimately asking. I don't actually know. Oh, goody. The thing about Sega is not Nintendo, but since they pretty much exclusively make games for Nintendo now, because I think they bought out, Sonic kind of ends up, feels like a Nintendo character as a result, just a bit. Alright, well, I'm still winning by 1 point, which is great. I need to play real lame here. Oh, please. I'm scum. I'm scum. Well, Xenoblade X... Oh, goodbye. Xenoblade X, as far as I know, wasn't... Was it the same universe? I guess that would make sense if it was, but it wasn't like Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles is a really, 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 really well-received game. Heard lots of good things about it. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 finally came out. After Xenoblade Chronicles on 3DS came out, of course. New 3DS, by the way. The only game exclusive to that system, which made people... That choice really made me think that they were pushing the new 3DS, and then that was it. That's all we got. One game. That was the only game. And then we got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I only know for one reason. Everything except the main character. Because it seems like the main character is the worst part of the game. Whereas I'm pretty sure it's the opposite in Xenoblade 1, because Shulk is a really interesting and developed character. But all anyone talks about with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is one of the titty swords. That's it. That's all I know about it. But you know what? Sometimes that's enough to make people want to play a game. Not me, though. These robots are sick. Main character man has pants, and he wears stupid fishmonger pants. And then we got the Switch remake of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. So Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has come out 3 different times. Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I had to say there. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has come out as many times as there are unique entries in the series itself. There's Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade X, Xenoblade Chronicles for the new 3DS, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Xenoblade Chronicles Remake for the Switch. So then what's next? His name is Rex. I know his name. The only thing I saw about that game was a voice clip comparison where he makes his stupid anime noise. He makes his anime noise, like his battle cry, right? And then another cutscene where he does the same thing again. And it's the exact same voice clip. Oh, I really need a... What the fuck? Okay. He tried. Oh, that was bad. No one is on Wario. Okay. Me oh my. That's only the beginning though. VA is bad. Oh. You see, I didn't play those games. I'm just aware of their existence because Smash Brothers. Damn it. I had no idea who Shulk was before Smash. I didn't really care that much either. I thought he had a really dumb name though, I'll tell you that. Like, Shulk was part of like the original rumors, leaks, whatever you want to call it, for Smash 4. And to me, that sounded about as legit as Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven. Like, just absolutely stupid. Because he had a dumb name. That's pretty much the only reason I thought that. Alright, finally, here we go. And now he's real. He's a real character. I still think his name's kind of stupid. Oh, just him. Okay, I get you. If people didn't like the first one, they wouldn't have made it 3 times. Don't worry, I understand that part. It's just, it seems like the other 2 that have come out do not hold as much as the original one does. That's all. Because every time they make a new one, they're like, shit. What do we do now? Re-release the first one. That'll make them happy again. That has happened every time. Every new version of Xenoblade Chronicles that comes out after the sequel. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Okay, even game. Thinking about the Paper Mario director's line about not making new characters for the Mario universe. Self-contained OCs and all that good stuff. And here I am playing as Bowser's Super Turbo Electric Robot Team. That's yeah. Maybe these characters should have came back in a later game. Great. Oh, great. Ooh. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but it cost me a goal. Magna Carta for PS2. The game was stunningly beautiful, but could not finish because the voices were atrocious. Have you played Trials of Mana? I heard the voice direction in that game. Oof. Can't put a hat on a Toad. No, you can't put a hat on a Goomba. The Toads wear some accessories every now and again, but all the other enemies are just like, that's all they are. Everyone's the same. Just make some OCs. Just make some Mario OCs. What's so wrong about that? Why does it have to be a big deal for the Paper Mario creator, huh? A Toad can't wear a hat, but the first boss could be a fucking pencil case. I don't understand. I don't get it. Don't go in. Okay, I need a good setup here. I need a point lead. Yeah. We're gonna go to sudden death here, I think. Oh, yes. Alright, that's all I need. The brand. What about the brand? I'm playing a Mario soccer game with robots. Cool robots. Alright, time to stall tactic. Yeah. Who needs to play fair? That's the best part about these guys, is they just lift off. See, I told you, these super team goalie feels like he's kind of shit, but I'm making up for it barely. Nice. I think the game would be better if they gave a little more characterization to the existing characters, because that's the weird part about the Paper Mario series. I see is that the story has always been a big element in my opinion, except there was that one time where they ran that poll, right? They ran that poll that they didn't give the results for, that said that 1% of the Japanese players did not give a shit about the story, which is kind of really confusing to me. But well, let's just assume that that's correct for a second here. So Paper Mario is now an adventure game, right? There's different elements in the game that aren't entirely linked to the battles, which is fine, even though the battles pretty much forego a lot of the RPG elements. The puzzle system's neat, I suppose, but I imagine it gets real boring fast when the incentive to do it is coins, which are only really used in battle anyway, or to buy items for battle. Oops. So let's take all that into account. So, okay, so the battle system has been changed because it's an adventure game. I get you. The story doesn't matter anymore because this poll... That would actually explain why Sticker Star's plot was so Sticker Star, I guess. How it went from the Paper Mario stuff. The Paper Mario stories kept getting more, I wouldn't say elaborate, but a lot more characters into them. And then Sticker Star went back to the original, like just Bowser's and Todd's and all that stuff. So, okay, that was weird. Hold on. Let me see that again. Run that by me one more time. Yeah, that was weird, but I'll take it. But anyway, back on point. So now the story isn't as important factor. The RPG elements are as an important factor. So what's left? The character interactions outside the story and the rest of the gameplay, yeah? So Origami King's gameplay has some neat moments, particularly the end portion for the second stage with the samurai theater. That was kind of fun. That was neat. I liked that. That was very creative and unique, and I thought that was well done. But the other part is the different characters, right? So characterization is kind of important because they want to make all the characters stand out, be funny, and hit with the kids and all that, yeah? But then they don't offer any real accessory to the characters. So they're like, alright, so let's write this Toad. We're gonna write this Toad to be a bit of a shithead, or like here's his personality. He's grumpy, or he's upset, or he's always happy, or something, right? But in order to make a character stand out for Toads, because they're all Toads, there's got to be something to them, right? And other characters too, Shy Guys, Koopas, Goombas. Like there are a lot of different things in this game. Like Goombas will talk to you. In the first 5 minutes of the game, Mario meets a Goomba. Mario meets a Goomba who like is really excited to meet him because he's a celebrity, and he wants Mario to take him out because it would be a great honor. Like, there's a lot of funny meta shit like that. Like how there was a Goomba that was arguing with a Shy Guy about the preferred troops of Bowser's army, and the Goomba argues because Bowser always puts them right on the front line. They're his most trusted allies. And then the Shy Guy is like, oh yeah, well at the beginning of the game, a Shy Guy was driving the clown cart, and the guy behind all this disguised himself as a Shy Guy, so that makes us better. Like, a lot of humor like that, which is great. But again, the issue I'm having here is that they don't allow these characters to stand out physically. There's no elements to them. You know when you play that game in anime called Spot the Main Character, where you find the character who stands out the most, because he's the most important character, so he's the one you want them to watch, right? But then they do that for a Toad or a Goomba or a Shy Guy, and you get a Giggle Mite. But even though those are just characters, like, think of the Bob-omb, I suppose. There's a Bob-omb that joins you on your journey, who has amnesia, and he's an interesting character in himself, but he's still just a Bob-omb. There's nothing else to his character, design-wise. Even his name. His name is just Bob-omb. Shouldn't they try to make a character you're going to be spending most of the game looking at and being with and interacting with, just have a little bit of a difference to them, just so you can remember them, right? That kind of thing. What? Give me the run back on that. That was bullshit. What the hell was that shot? I'm winning very, very handily this time. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Origami King, and just, I guess, Paper Mario in general. It's mostly just I'm not understanding why they think they can't do that when it's one of the few elements in Paper Mario that they still have that's true to the original, I suppose you could say it. Again, I don't think Origami King's a bad game at all. I enjoy watching it. But I'm also not playing it, so I can't speak on the gameplay at all. You're gonna have to tell me that one, whether or not it's fun. I'm talking strictly for the spectator's point of view. I think it's a fun, interesting game with funny dialogue. I don't know what happened. I think I won. Let's rub it in, why don't we? Oh. No, 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 no. Alright, hold the ball. There we go. Thank you, Yo-Yo, for gifting a sub. Yeah, win, yeah. It outsold Origami King somehow, and then I'll have a giggle. Oh, if it outsells. Well, it might. I don't know. I don't know what the general opinion is on Origami King. All I know is that every single time a Paper Mario game gets announced, everyone jumps on it as, this game is gonna be good, right? I hope this game returns to form. Is this game good or bad? And that's how they get you. Every single clickbait on that vid game will be, is it good or bad? Because people just want to know the important... People want to know. People want to know if the game is good or bad. It's the most important question. Is it good? Is the game good, or is it another entry in the series that is like the previous two? Think of Mario Party too. Mario Party has the same issue with 9 and 10, right? Well, Sonic just does that every single fucking time a Sonic game comes out. Let's be real. They've been doing that for a long time. But for this, oh my god. But I already fought Mario. I understand the cautious optimism. If anything, you should be excited, but don't expect the world. I remember when the Mystery Dungeon remakes were announced, I was really excited for them, but I didn't end up really getting with the game because I really like friend areas. And I know that sounds weird, because friend areas are such a small, insignificant portion of the overall experience, especially considering they don't come back at all after the original rescue team, so why would I be so hung up on that? Well, I don't know, I just am. There were just a couple choices of design choices that I didn't really care for, and I didn't bother getting the game as a result. I hear it's a pretty damn good game though, so that's great. I'm glad that it's good, but it wasn't my interest, that's all. But I was really excited for it when it first got announced. So that's why with Pokemon Snap coming out in some time, Pokemon Snap 2, I am very excited because I really like Pokemon Snap, but I'm also terrified that they're gonna fuck it up somehow, and something's gonna go wrong, and it's gonna turn into one of those games that I have to convince myself isn't as bad as it seems. I hate that. I hate that stage of grief. Denial. Denial, bargaining, one of the two. We'll never reach acceptance. Nobody wants a game series they love to be garbage. No one. But it really hurts. I think it really hurts when you expect the game to be good and it isn't. But it still hurts when the game isn't good, even if you're not expecting much. But it hurts less because you went in with your expectations pretty low to begin with. But that kind of sucks to do that as well, because it means you can't really be excited for anything. You have to wait and see all the time. Oh, right on the yellow line. Come on. I'd watch soccer with robots. That'd be fun. I can't believe this is an even game. Bowser, what are you doing? Get off the ball. Alright. That's a bad shot. Pokemon does that too, yeah. Pokemon continuously will release a game, and here's basically what happens, chat. Pokemon announces the next game in the main series, and everybody's excited for it, and then it actually comes out. Or they drop some news. It is quite amazing how many times you'll see people have a complete tonal shift on Pokemon. It'll be like, alright, here's the game. Oh my god, this is going to be the best game ever. They have so much stuff. It looks amazing. Cool. And then they make their YouTube videos on it. They react to it. Yeah, you know, the usual stuff. And then Nintendo or Game Freak or Pokemon Company or I don't know, whoever the hell it is anymore, will tweet out, yes, we have removed this feature. And then immediately that guy who uploaded a video about how great this game's going to be goes to Twitter and is like, yep, this game is confirmed garbage. And then they just shit on the game for the rest of its inclusion. Until a new trailer comes out to which they can react to again and then milk the revenue that way. Every time. Every single time. That's just how it be, though. Dangling keys in front of a child. Basically, yeah. People will sing its praises when they get new trailers to react to. And then as soon as the trailer's done, they'll be like, by the way, this is a thing now. Outside, they won't say it in the trailer either, so they're also being sneaky about it, which is really annoying. They give you the trailer and then they tell you after the fact what is and isn't there. and then there are aspects that worry people. But it's just always funny to see the complete shift from this is going to be the best game ever to it's going to be the worst game ever. And the only thing that changes that perspective most of the time is the recent trailer / tweet that they make. What's even more amazing to me is that the people that will say Sword and Shield is a terrible game, bad game, Nintendo doesn't care anymore, Game Freak doesn't care anymore, they've ruined Pokemon, Pokemon is now for turbo babies, it's not fun, it's garbage, it looks terrible, the animations are poo-poo, will immediately turn around when a Nintendo Direct comes out, and they'll be like, oh, I hope for Gen 4 remakes. Do you, though? What are you going to do with Gen 4 remakes? You just complained about how the state of Pokemon, and now you want it again, but for Gen 4. Alright, that's a comfortable lead for 30-40 seconds. The only reason I played it is because I gotta get this Christmas. See, that's perfectly fine. See, I didn't want to get Sword and Shield when it first came out, and I watched Christian play it for a bit, and I actually thought it looked like fun. So, I bought Shield, and I had fun with it. I really did. There are elements of Sword and Shield that I really liked. I like the wild area as an idea, but it definitely needed some improvements. I like the game's music. Some of the new Pokemon are pretty sick. Like, there are elements that I did like about that game. I don't play competitive, though, so whatever about that. But, yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite game. I really wouldn't. But what ends up happening is people who've never played the game will comment on it. Like, yeah, this game bad. This game bad. I wouldn't know, I didn't play it, but game bad. But then you ask them why, and they'll cite the tree. That's the best one. Oh, the tree looks like poo-poo butter, so the game is literally unplayable. Okay. I still think they're mediocre games. Considering it was supposed to be Pokemon on the Switch, I gotta admit I kind of expected more. I really did. But there were a lot of things that they did that I did not really like. But as far as the game itself goes, it's a solid 6. An absolute solid 6 out of 10. Of course, my review doesn't really mean anything at all. You can decide for yourself if you like it. My favorite generation is Gen 5. I really don't like Gen 7. Gen 7 is really boring. But it had everything. I enjoyed Sword and Shield for what it was, but that's just because I like Pokemon. See, that right there is probably the most sensible statement I've read on it. The game has issues, but it's not gonna like destroy you. I still wouldn't pay $79.99 for it though. Having bought it and played it, I gotta say I wouldn't recommend paying full price for it. Unless you really, really want to do the competitive stuff, in which case you'll probably get your value worth. But if you're not looking to go after game stuff, then I wouldn't recommend getting it full price at all. But the thing about Nintendo is Nintendo doesn't like putting any of their games on sale. And I don't know if you've ever checked eBay or anything like that, chat, but if you look for like old DS games and stuff like that, Pokemon almost always has an inflated price tag. So getting secondhand Pokemon games is difficult. However, Sword and Shield might be one you could get cheaper because people just don't want to have it anymore. So, you know, you find one cheap and you know it works, so you can borrow it from a friend and give it a shot. Why not? If you like Pokemon, it's worth trying yourself. But I really wouldn't recommend buying it if it doesn't look like you'll enjoy anything after the story. Not even the story. More just like playing Pokemon again. That's all it was. It was fun to play Pokemon again. Oh. There we go. Big money. Yeah. Best part of the game isn't that it's Pokemon. The worst part of the game is that it's Pokemon. That's surprisingly accurate, actually. Wow, wow. No, you're actually onto something with that statement. I understand that. I really do. I really do. It's a fine game, but when you think about it in the grand scheme of Pokemon, it's like, oh. Ooh, big. Oh, lame. I didn't really like Let's Go. I didn't play it myself, but I didn't like the ideas behind it. I thought the music was neat. But aside from that, yeah. That was the height of controversy. Until Sword and Shield. Just we're almost a year into this now, and people will just take every single shot they can at Sword and Shield. It's a very easy target. Very, very easy target. Really, I just don't want to listen to it anymore, that's all. Ah, fuck. I get it. I get it. Game has issues. Game definitely has issues. But I had fun with it. You can enjoy things that aren't that great, chat. It's called a guilty pleasure. You don't have to justify it. You can just like things, even if they're bad. Even if they're not that great. Oh, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Even game. I saw the last episode of Twilight Wings, yeah. Kinda weak. Just a bit, anyway. Kinda liked it better when it was focusing on different characters. I guess Leon was basically the character for this one, but it was more about John Hospital. I like the one with B, and the one with oh god, I forget her name. The second gym leader, the water girl. Don't remember her name at all. The Alistair one was pretty weak too. He was basically just kind of there. He was just there until he got to say a line. But it was mostly about the hospital kids. Just fine. But I guess I just thought it was a bit weak for a finale. Maybe it'll set up into something. But knowing Pokemon, I ain't doing that either. The battle at the end was cool. Okay, that's true, yes. The battle was incredibly well animated at the end, even if we only got a smidgen of it. Nessa, yeah, thank you, that's what it was. Alrighty. High scoring game. No sirree, Bob. What a follow-up. Bad games can be fun and awesome to play because they are bad. That's a thing. I think the worst games are the ones that are mediocre and bland. Because you can still get a sick amount of enjoyment from a terrible game. Because we're a strange species, I suppose. But a game that's just boring isn't fun to play. Sonic 06 is probably fun to give a try because of how awful it is. But if you were to play a game that's just like, there's not really anything going on, it's just boring, and that's less fun because it's not even fun bad. At least with Sonic 06, you can laugh about the physics completely freaking out and taking you on a ride. I like that you can jump on a steel crate with Silver and use the levitation he has to make it fly, like permanently. Like in Rise of Lyric, there was that Knuckles glitch where you could start a drill spin and Knuckles gets a little bit of height when he starts it. You can pause it when he gets height, and then he'll reset his animation and get more height over and over and over again. That was hilarious. It let you beat the game really, really fast. And then you know what they did? They patched it out. And they turned a funny glitch into a boring game. Because as far as I know, they didn't really fix anything else about the game. They just patched the glitch. That's boring. Bye, Wario. Sorry, Wario. I'd love to try again. I think I'm gonna win here. Sonic Boom is a good example of no fun kind of bad. It was fun at one point though, right? That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Ready for a hot take, chat? Ready for the hot take? It's the same for Pokemon Gen 1. No, I like Gen 1. I like Gen 1. Gen 1's really weird when you look at it compared to all the games that came after it, though, for sure. But I think it's a fine game. I really do. Gen 1 is a beautiful mess. Good way to phrase it. Old games with horribly broken mechanics that could be abused. Sounds about right. That was a lot of goals back and forth. One more match. Gen 1 is as broken fun as Skyrim. I don't know. See, I never actually played Skyrim. I played the Fallout series, and most of the errors and bugs that happened in the Fallout series, or at least for me, was my game freezing and crashing during a loading screen, or quests no longer working because I did them out of order and there was no net in place to prevent the NPC from just despawning. So yeah, my experience with Bethesda bugs is not a pleasant one. Not the one that makes me have fun. It just makes me have to restart my fucking system. Or just completely void a quest that I had gotten hours into the game later and didn't know about. For example, in New Vegas, there's a quest you do with the Great Khans where you have to talk to important Great Khans to get their okay on negotiating with the NCR. To convince the big Khan, right? But one of those NPCs appears in the Quarry District, but she also has a quest herself where you get a briefcase from a guy in the Quarry Junction. If you do that quest first, that NPC despawns entirely, so you can no longer talk to her. I did that. So she was gone, and I could no longer complete the quest as I was supposed to. Not fun. Made the whole rest of that quest pointless, and then I had to... I didn't even know you could do it that way. The first time I ever did that quest, I did an assassination. I didn't know you could convince him. Got the Legionary shot, though. I talked so much shit until he crashed. And then he talked shit, and he got murdered. Fucking Legionaries. Nice shot. So my experience with those games' bugs has not been a great one. I'm sure people have fun with it though. Legionaries are terrible people. I could never do the Legionary stuff because I hated them. I absolutely hated everything they stood for, and I could not stand being on their side. So I only ever did the Mr. House stuff, the NCR stuff, and the all for me stuff. The Legionaries, they went down. They went down. I put a hand grenade in the pocket of the guy who gives you the Mark of Kaiser, because it gives an extra point to Boone's quest line. So I did that, and then they vilified me because I blew up their messenger. I don't care, though. That's mine. It was funny, though, because I did it, He blew up, and then Boone immediately turned around to talk to me and was like, we gotta talk. Like, do we right now? Some guy just blew up in the square. Maybe we can do this somewhere else. Oh, man. The NCR is bad at their jobs. But they're trying. They're at least trying. The Legion is just like, let's just put people on a... Let's do whatever the fuck we want. They're all kinds of cocks. Think they're better than everyone else. Fuck them. Yeah. Yeah. This match is going really well considering it's the last one. You mean they're not trying? They're doing their best. They're trying to run an army in the middle of nuclear fallout. You know how hard it is to get people to comply with that kind of thing? It's pure anarchy out there. Pure anarchy. Why do you think the Legion exists? Someone's trying. They're doing their best. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. That's how I play those games. There we go. God damn it, you passed to the worst one. Alright, big... I was gonna say big money play, but not anymore. Don't roll into me. Don't roll into me. Got challenged. The only bad karma I accumulate in Fallout games is when I steal items from people because they look cool and I know they're not going to miss them. And then I lose a fraction of karma. But then I immediately get it back because I'm a good man. I don't need caps from anyone. I'm a good Samaritan. Because what's the point of getting more caps after a certain point? Unless you're playing on hardcore mode. Which I don't think I ever have now. You need food and shit. Food, water. Otherwise you die. There we go. Ooh, instant. $40 seconds to just sit here and do this button. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't get that? How? Fallout 1 and 2 I hear harder than Fallout 3 and 4. But Fallout 3 and 4, well, 4, I say 4, but I really mean is New Vegas. Fallout 3 and New Vegas are the ones that really popularized the series. I don't know if it's the same for Elder Scrolls and Oblivion, because I'm not familiar with that series at all. What a shot. I think New Vegas is the best one, too. New Vegas was my first one as well. Fallout 3 was fun, though. Wow. I did not need to take that shot. Game over. Robots win. I need to watch Fist of the North Star. It's quite a legendary piece of media. We're getting a new Monkey Ball. You got source on that? The last Monkey Ball we got. The last Monkey Ball we got was the re-release of the one on Wii on Switch, where they took away the motion controls and made the game harder. Half of the map being DC ruins and only traversable via subway systems all look the same. Yep. place first. Perfect Strike is now available in cheats. I'm not trying to cheat, I'm trying to win. This is the first I'm hearing about a monkey ball thing. What's next? Super Flower. 6 teams, 10 rounds. 10 rounds. Shit, that's a big one. Alright. Who have I bun? I'll be Kong. Todd Dongs. Let's do it. Why is the super team here? Oh shit. Go. I don't want to play Fallout 4. I don't care about it. There's an interview with the original announcer talking about it. So, what does that mean? Does that mean... What exactly does that mean? Because Nintendo has also said that we're getting Pikmin 4 like 4 years ago, and, well, here I am, 4 years later. No. No. I thought I was the super team for a second there. Nice. Still no official release for Bravely Default 2. Well, at least there's a trailer, so it's coming. Hit ball. Kick. Once again, I thought I was the super team. Just look at SMT5. That game's been coming out never for so long, and now it's finally actually coming out. Well, I mean, we got a trailer for it anyway. I'll believe a game is coming out once it actually has a trailer. Pikmin 4 seems like it's potentially on the horizon for next year or the year after. Pikmin 3 is getting its deluxe edition in October, at the end of October. So just a little bit before their holiday season hit, really. Which means we probably won't see Pikmin 4. What might end up happening, assuming everything goes according to plan, is that comes out, and then at the next... Toad. Chat, did you see that? So that's what it's like to hit the goalpost when there's no one in the goal. That fucking Toad just... I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm actually upset. Oh my god. Oh, that's coming back. I can't believe that fucking Toad missed that. He's getting a pay cut. Tell you which Toad isn't wearing a hat in the next game. Oh. These guys are only scary because they can all use super strikes. Oh wow, hit him. Not good. Man, just go in the fucking goal. Woo! Alright, well that's returning. It's good. Can't believe I got to see that. I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. These low-scoring games go fast, but I would like to have a comfortable lead before they turn to no scoring. Alright, here we go, Toad. Yeah! Redemption arc. You fucking suck, Toad. Toad! That really happened. That really happened again. That was bullshit. That was some bullshit. Wow, my goalie is top notch that he managed to block that. Nope. Okay. This is going perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm all right with this. This is good. No one in here. Nice shot, Todd. There you go. There's the redemption arc. I mean, on one hand, it's kind of nice that the amount of information on new games right now is a little bit lacking. You just take your sweet time and ingest it when it comes out. But on the other hand, this is kind of that time of the year where we get to be excited about video games because because so many of them get shown off and you get to look forward to things. But not knowing's kind of cool too. Just play games that are actually out right now. Maybe Nintendo has the strategy. So they have we have Origami King out right now, and the next game that they announced is coming out. Actually, chat, when's Bakugan coming out? When does Bakugan come out? Cause nice. If Pikmin 3 is coming out at the end of October, that means there is still the month of September for something if they put it out. But I think if they're gonna put anything out, I didn't realize the time. I won't bother with this. Yeah, 25 seconds is fine. I don't need to try that hard anymore. Oh, what a save. No one can hit that. It's fine. Still playing Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is getting updates, that's true. Victory. Just seems to me that we'll get something in September, but it might not. I think Pikmin 3 is what they're gonna go with, or their big one. But they might also announce a couple smaller things, because their directs are usually about 25 to 30 minutes on E3 period, yeah? So we get information on games coming next year, games coming out in the holiday season, and a couple ports or updates to the online library for the virtual console there. That kind of stuff. What does Nintendo release this year, chat? We've had Animal Crossing, Pat Mario, and Pikmin 3 is coming out. So we've had something for spring, summer, and something coming for fall. Which means we still haven't seen the big release in winter. So there's definitely going to be one more game that comes out in winter. Those Koopas are very pink. Very, very pink. Oops. That's just an unhealthy shade of pink. I love Donkey Kong. What do you think we're getting in winter, chat? We've gotten a Mario game. What was the Pokemon game that's coming out? Oh yeah, it's Pokemon Unite, right? That's coming out. That's Nintendo. That's Game Freak's big yearly release this time around, yeah? Can't wait for that. I'm excited to play that game. Every time Pokemon Company puts out a game, every single time, it's like, well, surely they can't get any worse than this. Oh, if only things... if only you knew how bad things really are. Anyone cares about Unite? Well, they might. I don't. I certainly don't. I don't care about MOBAs in general. But I especially don't care about one that looks like that. Chat, how do you feel about the, for those of you that saw that one, how do you feel about the live, what's the best word here, performance? The people who were playing it live. How'd you feel about that? Did you feel included? Did you feel awkward? Because 9 times out of 10, it just feels like cringe. I don't like it. I really don't. Because they definitely cut around all the moments. They cut around all the moments. And the stuff that's left for the actual video is like so safe and PG and so incredibly fake that it kind of is just like awkward to watch. I really dislike those. They make me feel like I'm not human. No authenticity in it. These people, we set these people up to play this game. Why? Because if they don't say it's good in this trailer, they don't get paid. Like, obviously it's their job. They're not gonna sit there and look like, oh, this game is pretty shit in the middle of the video trailer of the game. But I don't know, man. It's the reason why people look to random internet stars for opinions on video games. Because they're not really paid to say shit, they just say whatever they want. I mean, let me ask another question. Do you remember the last time you read a video game review from a video game journalist? Like you actually read it, or you looked at the opinion that they wrote about the game and you thought, yeah, they're right. The only time those kind of articles I even see them is because they said something really, really smart that gets the entire world clowning on them for about a week. Pinatas that come from people like Vinny. Yeah, I trust Vinny's opinion on games sometimes. It is kind of annoying that every single time he plays a game that's like may not be the best, he's got to answer the question like, Vinny, is game good? Every single time he boots up the game. Because then you get the same thing, and it's fine, it's good, it's blah, you know, every single time. I get it, people are curious, they want the game to be good, I understand that, but it happens every time. It's like if you like the game, you like the game. I don't think you need to justify it every single time, that's all. It is a series that a lot of people love though, so I understand why they'd be concerned. But I also feel like there are some people who just actively want it to be bad, so they can say, I told you so. Look, Paper Mario is bad, haha. Like, these people have no emotional investment in the series at all. They don't actually care if it's good or bad, they just want the popular internet man to conform to their opinion. Vinny, is it bad? Yes. See, I knew it. I knew it was bad, because Vinny said so. That kind of thing. Hit the ball, Toad. That's how it be sometime. Ooh. Ooh. Looks like I'm gonna win again. Nice. The defending game every 10 minutes is a hint there's some problems. It helps because you can lower your expectations. That's true, actually. If they feel the need to justify why they're playing it or defend it every chance they get, then there's probably something about it that's lacking. Oh, that's a bad shot. It fell on the poor Koopa's nose. You don't always have to play the game to know if a game is really bad, but a lot of taste is subjective for the most part. So it's more so like if your taste in video games aligns pretty similarly to someone on the internet, then you could probably trust their opinion a little bit better, just because, well, again, their taste is a little different or similar to yours. That's all. I mean, I haven't played Origami King myself. It's obviously the big one. I think the combat looks boring, but I think the rest of the game is very enjoyable and full of life. And that kind of thing. I don't want to buy the game, though. I'm good with not buying the game. I don't think I would enjoy it as much as the previous entries in the series, though. That's all. Oh, it was a pass. Oh, shit. Some people will argue in bad faith when it comes to these kind of things. Ooh, the banana slammer. It's like how with Sword and Shield, again, bring that one up. The popular argument is always, it's always something. It's always something about it. But if people are just bringing up the tree, it's like, okay. Alrighty. To defend that, though, even though I just kind of got on it, there's also the fact that sometimes there are aspects of games that are not great, and they're pretty prevalent and well known and a major cause for a lot of criticisms. But then you're not allowed to cite those as a legitimate criticism because then you're just bandwagoning. That's another thing. It's like, okay, what is the worst aspect of Sword and Shield, in your opinion? In my opinion, it's the cut content, despite it moving on from a handheld game to home console. That's the biggest problem I have with Sword and Shield, is the Pokédex cut. I think it was pretty goofy that they did that. Doesn't make any sense to me. The hardware improved, so why did the game not? The game felt like it regressed. But it's like if you bring up that argument, oh, you're bandwagoning. You don't actually play the game. You're just saying that because you heard other people say it. Popular arguments don't count because they're popular, and that is how some people dismiss arguments. You cannot dismiss an argument because it's popular. It's kind of hard though, because some people are just bandwagoning. Some people don't actually know. They're just saying something they heard on the internet. That's why you can't win arguments on the internet. And that's why, chat, you're better off just not. Just don't fight a battle that you can't win. Just don't do it. Just don't argue with people. Discussion's fine. Discussion is perfectly fine. Discussion isn't an argument. But if people want to fight you on stupid things, just don't waste your time. If they get aggressive about it, they're not interested in seeing the other side. They just want to get angry at you for not seeing theirs. So no matter what point you bring up, they'll just refute it, or then they'll move the goalposts. All kinds of shit like that. So just don't. Just to hang out with people who can enjoy things or not enjoy things with a level head. It's not like Pokemon Sword and Shield being a mediocre game is going to get anyone destroyed. I am not a worse human being for Sword and Shield's release. There's always two sides to an argument, though. For or against. Just be reasonable. Be civil. There's no reason to be aggressive with someone. Calling someone an idiot because they like a video game that you don't is, well, it's not, it doesn't really do anything. I'm not sure what the point of that is. You're an idiot. Call play record. What are you gonna do? This is a really slow match. Just give me the, please give me the ball. Thank you. Now, some people get really hostile is all. There's nothing wrong with discussion. But as soon as someone opens up an argument with insults, then they're not arguing in good faith. That's all. You're not going to convince them of anything at all. Even if you make your point, and your point is perfectly fine, they're not going to give a shit. They're just going to ignore it. The argument's over. Just don't waste your time. There we go. It will make you angry, though. Trust me, it will. Because you have to sit there and clam up. But it's just, if you want to just enjoy things for what they are, just don't waste your time. The online doesn't really work in the wild area. It's a really big one. Otherwise, the Wi-Fi battling stuff has been the same. Com Air is all over the place, usually because of DCs. Again, there's an argument for every side. Some people are for the decks, some people are against the decks, some people are for all the changes, against it, you know, all that stuff. There are some people who will appreciate the changes, there are people who won't. You can't please everybody. You really can't. But if you just spend all of your life going on forums and commenting game bad on anyone's post who says game not that bad, just go find a game you want to play then. That's all. It's not so bad. Just be welcoming. You know, don't be a dickhead. People can have different opinions. Me enjoying a game does not affect you at all. Remember that, chat. Remember that. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, well, it's a dizzy. Nice, Todd. Try to please everybody or please no one in the end. Pretty much. If you try to find a middle ground, you just get a boring game. Or you piss off the people who liked your game to begin with. That's a classic. If I can't have fun, neither can you. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. You can laugh, you can cry, but just the most important, don't hurt nobody. I want to see the replay on that. Give me the replay on that. You see that? Watch this. That ball rolled. That was a mailing shot if I've ever seen it. I think the most interesting aspect of this conversation is just that when you see this kind of thing pop up in a bigger stream, there are a lot of opinions flying around. Opinions battle royale. This happens pretty much every time Vinny gets into discussion with good games and bad games, or anything that has two sides to it. Is you will get that. You will get people who will agree, you will get people who disagree. You will get people who agree very strongly, and you'll get people who will disagree very strongly. And then you'll get the guy who just doesn't have an argument at all and calls you dumb. He honestly, he's probably got it figured out. The guy who doesn't even try to argue and just calls you dumb. He's got it. He knows what he's doing. He's the one who walks away from that exchange with the bigger man. Because he didn't even try. He didn't have to do anything. He said his piece and he left. He didn't stick around to see the results. Perfect. DK cheats in soccer because he uses his hands. They made it a rule for him. Only for him. Oh. Todd, big shot. That person just knows the discussion can't get to a result. You're wrong. No, you're wrong. You're both wrong. That man will then float out of the room on his floating chair, otherwise known as his brain, because he's seen so much in his life that he knows that nothing is going to come from this discussion. So he insults both sides and he heads out on his way. Oh, yeah, are you going to be the guy who tells DK he can't use his hands? That would not be a very fun discussion. DK, you can't punch the ball. DK, you gotta use your feet. You know what happens if you cross DK? You don't want to know. He's a two-tongued gorilla. That's why I respect the Toads on Luigi's team here, who run towards DK with a ball and tackle him. They fucking tackle DK. I ain't tackling DK. I ain't going anywhere near DK. If he has the ball, that's it. He can do whatever he wants with it. Nice shot. Become his bongos. Man, I love Donkey Kong. I actually really like Chunky Kong too. But Chunky Kong will never come back. I can't believe that ball went in. I have to play Pokemon. Get it. I gotta play Pokemon. Which means I gotta... Oh, I didn't do that yet. Shit. Shit. I think I'm gonna win this though, so we're okay. Oh. Luigi's a whole different beast in the soccer uniform. Damn it. Nope. Nope. I haven't caught that Drillbur yet at all. DK, even when frozen, is the best. Nobody can get the ball off him. Get in there. Alrighty. It's like in the next game, try to tell Bowser. Bowser's got spiked mitts. He looks like he should be a goalie. Superb. DK. Goal 4 for DK sidekicks. Which means DK has scored 8 himself. Oh, that would have went in too. Well, that went well. Wow. Wowie zowie. Almost halfway there. Garooble. Oh yeah. Game time. These matches take longer when I score goals because the time doesn't get to go down. How about that? You can add a whole extra, like 2 minutes to this. Especially if I pass the ball like this. Do an air pass and a big shot. I wish I could do that. Look at that. Look at that. What was that? That was way too fast. Come here. Come here. Come here. Chad, I might not do Pokemon tomorrow because I haven't did any grinding, and I don't really want to at the moment. I haven't caught a Drillbur either, because again, I don't really want to. I'll do it some other time. I don't know. I'll find something else for tomorrow. Gotta slow down on the dumb Pokemon games so I don't have to grind so much anymore. Really? Looking forward to Saturday though. I like the male part of Extra. Now speaking of actually tomorrow, Andrew, are you do you work tomorrow? You can probably hear me anyway, but because I wanna do 2 again. Beat Mima. You do? Ugh, what time? No. No. Oh, 3-9. Oh, that's so bad. Shit. All right, chat. We got a problem. What did I do? You know what, chat? You know what I'm gonna do? I'll do Aya. That's what I'll do. Let's stream with Brian. Brian's not doing so well right now. I bought Fall Guys yesterday and played it with the guys. It's a lot of fun. I'd love to do that, but it's up to them if they're available. Solo it? Nah. I don't really like doing a Toho game solo because there's not a lot you can really do it with one person since you have to pay attention so much to the game. That's why I prefer to do it with Andrew, is so one of us can keep talking without having to pay attention to the important movements of the game, which I think makes it more enjoyable overall. People really like it, which is nice to see. You get comments on them. People try to help out, which is good. But I mean like the good kind of help. Somebody gave me an entire post of how to deal with Flandre and the extra stage, which I hope I get to put into practice soon, because that was a lot of info he dumped on me. But he spaced it and put it together nicely in a way that I can find what I need to when I need to. That kind of thing. So people are helpful with that. And I much prefer when people actually are helpful instead of just telling me that the game is easy or that it's not hard, you know, any variation of game easy. She's not that hard, you can do it. Thanks. How do I do it? Nah, she's not that hard, you can figure it out. If I could figure it out, I would have done it already. Nice shot. I just do the Aya games solo because those ones are a little bit different. since it's constantly retrying a stage and not doing one whole, like, massive section, right? So I can reasonably take a moment between each scenario. Take a breather, but one whole Touhou runs like 30 minutes. There's also the fact that you can only play Touhou for like an hour. I can only play for like an hour, and then I don't really want to play that much anymore. So with 2 people, it extends the runtime a little bit extra as well, which is good. More content. More fresh, I should say, because the thing is, after a certain amount of time, Touhou just gets really frustrating. And it stops being fun and just becomes like I'm getting sick of getting hit, but I'm angry, so I'm more liable to get hit. And then I keep getting hit, and then I don't make any progress, and then I just don't really enjoy it. That kind of thing. If extra stage bosses were as easy as people lead me to believe, then they wouldn't be extra stage bosses. That's the part that confuses me. Where's that guy going? If Flandre was easy, she wouldn't have 9 health bars. If Flandre was easy, I'd be able to do it with little to no experience. Getting good at those patterns, understanding how the patterns work, observations, and then putting them into practice. It's a lengthy period that you gotta do. But the people who put all that time into it, and just go, it's easy. I'm sure it's easy. For you, who's put hours of your life into it, this is the first fucking time I'm trying. Why would you say it's easy? Extra stages are very endurance heavy, especially since the second last spell card in all the extra stages is a timeout spell, which means you just have to survive for 99 seconds at like the last 10% of the game, or the stage, which is incredibly taxing when you think about it. Alright, I've done the first run. Keep it going. 2 weeks of practice. The difference between that is I'm not practicing off stream. I'm not. If I know what I need to do, I can at least get a feel for it and eventually figure it out. I mean, look at the Aya games. Some of those spell cards for me go from I have no fucking idea what the hell is happening to I did it. I'm the best. But I can't get that same level of like pattern recognition from an actual game, because doing that requires me to get like, think of it like this. If I play double spoiler and I want to do scenario 10, right? I pick scenario 10, I get to deal with the spell card right away. And that's all she wrote. But if I want to practice anything of Flan's, I have to get to Flan through the extra stage, get through whatever bullshit's in front of her, then I get to the spell card I want to practice. And then I can immediately die because I didn't figure it out. And you cannot spell practice, because you can only spell practice if you've beaten the game, the spell already. Which is fucking pointless, because if I could beat it, I wouldn't need to practice. But I actually don't know what comes after Maze of Love. I think that's the farthest I've ever made it. I do know how to do Lavaltine really well, though, so I'm confident on that one. But I have no idea how to do Cranberry Trap, and that's like her first one. I just got incredibly lucky. I also don't remember how to do Patchy's extra stage stuff. I used to. I knew how to do Royal Flare. I really did, but now I have no idea. I mentioned it before, and I watched like the Touhou World Cup, whatever that was. I watched a couple VODs. They were neat. But I didn't really like when the commentary was just like, yeah, this is easy. It's like, that doesn't help. Like, I was watching fucking Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom on Lunatic, right? The commentator's just like, yeah, this is easy. It's like, is it? Is it? Is it? Because to me, it looks balls to the wall hard. Why is it easy? That's not good commentary. Hey, mini boss. Thank you for the raid. I'm no commentary expert myself. Don't get me wrong. But I think if you know what's going on the screen, you could try to explain it to people who don't. Because otherwise it just kind of, it's just a mess. It's a very fascinating mess. And it looks really pretty. But I'm not learning anything as a result. Like, I watched one of them for Perfect Cherry Blossom as well. And that one was good. That was Lunatic as well. But then the guy got to Yuyiko at the end, and then the guy on commentary was just like, yeah, Yuyiko's really easy. She's just there. She's not a non-factor in the run. It's just like, what? Why? Why is Yuyiko suddenly the easiest thing in the game? Maybe I'm just being a stickler. Oh. It always ends up coming down to, this is easy because the pattern. Well, everything's got a pattern. Except sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're just purely random. Most of the time, total patterns are static though. But you need to learn how to do them. You need to learn what they are and then how to do them. I cannot do that on the fly. It's hard. I struggle. Very much struggle. 1 out of 10 by it. LOL K was very difficult. But LOL K was also had a system in place that made it, you could have it that difficult. That said, I still have my issues with that game. It seems like the hardest character in the game to do the stage portions with is Marissa, because she has no homing capabilities at all. So she just kind of has to deal with everything as is in front of her. And that was something that I did learn because from watching. Like, the strategies to get through the stage portions are different from Marissa, because Rainbow can just kind of stand in place and homing amulet a bunch of shit, but Marissa can't. So Marissa has to do more actual dodging. That's interesting to talk about when they talk about things like that. Intricacies and route difference based on character. But again, I don't really like when they're like, okay, this is the hardest difficulty available in the game. This is stage 6. This is easy. Why is it easy? Tell me. Tell me why it's easy. Because once you know the patterns, it's not bad. Yeah, that's helpful. Did you know driving a car isn't so hard once you know how to drive a car? That's a win. I outran the chain shot. Brain surgery is easy unless you're doing it on a zombie, in which case it's a no-brainer. Why would they get rid of community subs? I don't have a good answer for you, because there isn't one. You want to know what their actual reason was for it? It's because not enough people use it. It's not it's not used enough, apparently, so that means that nobody uses it, so they're just gonna remove it. And it seems like a lot of people are saying, don't do that, you fucking idiots. I really hope that they decide not to do that, because it doesn't cost them anything. Well, YouTube also tried to make channels responsible for their own comment section. You remember that? You remember YouTube Heroes? Oh. YouTube once tried to implement a policy where you were responsible for the comments on your videos. So if somebody came to your video and started just giving, every single red flag to the bot, then you would get blamed for it, as if it's somehow your fault. I don't think I need to tell you why that could be very easily abused and why that wouldn't work. Oh, YouTube. Give me that sweet, sweet lead. At least the net seems to be comfortable, and it doesn't hurt the goalie when he flies into it like that. Ooh. Ooh. Honestly though, we're going back to Touhou. If you've never seen a Lunatic run, I would recommend checking them out. They're pretty sick. Although I recommend watching a no bomb run, because there are two different types of runs that are really popular. There's the score runs and there's the LNMs, right? So the LNMs are Lunatic, no miss, no bomb, which means you don't die once, you don't use a single bomb, and you're doing Lunatic mode, of course. Pretty self-explanatory there. But the difference between those and score runs is you think that you think they'd be the same, since not dying means you get spell card bonuses, right? Which, that's still correct. But a lot of the stage portions, since there's no bomb penalties, will use bombs to get all the sweet extra points from that. So a lot of the stage portions just get really, really close to the top of the screen and press bomb, and the stage disappears. So it's effective, but as a spectator, it's not as interesting to see right away. That's all. So I would recommend checking out the ones that require the player to not use a single bomb and not lose a life at all. Those ones are really neat. It's just raw skill. I got you, DK. Annotations were nice. They were a very simple way to edit in subtitles, essentially. Or just like little edit in little corrections and whatnot after the fact. Alright. Do you know how much of a skill gap there is between doing LNN and doing world record runs? Actually, no, I don't. I'm not familiar. I have a feeling scoring more points overall is more difficult, but I don't actually know. Because scoring points requires you to get real close to bullets with grazing. And I'm pretty sure most of the bombs they do are death bombs. So it's scary. But I actually don't know, because I don't watch them very much. Nor do I know anyone who's really good at them or does them. There's not a lot I know about traditional, like actual Touhou as the shmup it is. I still do think though that LNNs are more interesting to watch as a spectator. Especially for a casual one, so you can see all the patterns and all their glory. But if you know what's going on, then I imagine seeing score runs would be really sick as well. Just seeing the strategies to get points, how close they can get to the bullets without getting hit, stuff like that. Nice catch, dude. Toad. Oh, Toad, why? Toad! Oh. I still have a good lead, though. Yeah, the thing is, if you have too many lives, you get more bombs. Tall games are neat to watch, I think. They have good music, and they have fun patterns to look at. The thing is, though, it's very different from playing and watching. Because when you're playing, you're not really paying attention to the overall pattern. Because there's a lot of areas that are part of the pattern that don't actually, like, hit you at all. Like, you don't even really have to pay attention to them because they're not going to hurt you unless you actively go up towards them. But if you look at them as a spectator, they're very pretty. They have nice patterns to them. But since you don't, as a spectator, you don't have to focus on your own character, so you can just do that, right? I've never watched any other shmups though. Just Toho. And of course that one that I talk about with from GDQ all the time. When I watch Toho, I get to look at spell cards without my heart rate skyrocketing. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Did you see that, chat? That ball was so fast that it rolled out of the goal after the fact. Look at this. That was intense. And there we go. 1 goal right away. 2 goals right away. I find what ends up happening when you play Toho yourself is the patterns, obviously they get harder, but the further in you go, the more nervous you get. So even something that you could regard as an easier spell card to deal with will make you sweat because you're at a point where, well, you don't want to lose. That's what it does. It's like if you had to fight Remy as the first boss, it's like, okay, whatever. Here's all her shit. But if I have to fight Remy with 2 lives at the end of a run where I'm trying to get a 1 CC, then I am nervous as fuck. I am just absolutely nervous. I'm a wreck. So anything that I feel like I could do, I instantly cannot do. Stage 6 last spell cards. Oh, yes. Every time, man. Every time. Yuko's timeout at the end of PCB is consistent, but it's like 40 seconds, and if you have no lives, and you are still on your first continue, you want to shit a brick. I absolutely just don't want to be a part of that at all. I died on that, lost to 1 CC. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, because I understand how that feels. I really do. Like, you look at it, and you're not nervous, but as soon as you're in that situation, you are shaking. I can't do it. Hand slaps. Okay, that was weird. Alright. Solid minute of not breathing. Yep, and then she kills you, and you're really not breathing. All the while, you get to listen to the trumpets go. Burn-er-ner. I'm not talking about Yuko's final spell, where the easy comment. I'm talking about Yuko as a whole. I don't think it matters how good you get at something. If you could actively disregard all nerves, then you would be some kind of like heightened being or some shit. guarantee it. Even professionals get nervous. Oh, great. When I'm on the Yukos timeout, I think about having to refight the Prism versus Sakuya. You get the worst one with her. I hate Merlin's ghost shit. I don't get it. Perfect. I remember when we were playing Subterranean. I ended up getting to a point where I was just I leaned in, full gamer lean and everything, and I was just barely breathing, and I was so focused on getting it right. And I ended up beating Orin as a result. I got to Utsu's stage for them to continue, but I did unfortunately lose to Utsu. That game is fucking hard, dude. Ooh, big kicks. What was that noise? You ain't gonna make yourself not nervous. You just gotta deal with it. Happens every time you compete. That's for sure. Some people definitely handle it better than others, but no one's perfect. Oh, that's terrible. Here we go. The body of my toad took the heat. That was not good. Terrible. Needed to get things done. I don't know. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I shower. I eat something, and then I get ready to stream because I wake up real late. Real late. Shit. And then I have the rest of the night. And I use the rest of the night to do whatever. I kind of like working at night more than the morning, though. So the only thing I really do at night is put a stream on, and then there you go, easy stuff. But I also come off doing this. When I come off doing a stream, I guess it feels different than when I'm not. It's a weird way. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like when the time goes after a stream, I know where it went. But if the time goes that I'm not doing anything, it's like, wow, that was fast. And then suddenly it's 9 o'clock. It's like, well, now what? DK. That Todd had a better record. Oh. You're not consistent. Set your nerves ablaze. Welp. Now, if only. Nice one, Todd. A lack of nervousness is probably equal to complacency setting in, or overconfidence. If you're not nervous about something, then you're not taking it completely seriously. That's probably what it is. If something makes you nervous in terms of like a competition, then odds are you're taking it seriously. You don't want to lose, you want to win. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be all nervous, right? But nerves say that you do care. Nice. So in terms of a stage 1 boss, if you go into stage 1 and just think I am too good to actually get hit here, you will probably take it real slack. You won't pay as much attention. You'll just think you got it. But if you're still worrying, if you're worrying about something, you're more alert to it. That's why they say in fighting games, don't sleep on anyone. Because the moment you do, you find yourself in that loser's bracket, and then you find yourself on Twitter complaining about your seed. Lol. That guy's seed was too low. He shouldn't have played me round 1. Unbelievable. Nice shot. The sweet spot, yeah. The sweet spot is very hard to hit, though. God damn it. It's a combination of confidence in your skill and acknowledgement in your opponent's. Knowing that if you don't take it seriously, you can easily lose. But knowing that if you take it seriously, you can win. It's good. Of course, there are some people who are just really, really good, and some people who are just really, really aren't. Which is why round 1 turned to a mess. Some people just have experience, know what to look for, better reactions, all kinds of things. There's all kinds of different factors that can make them overconfident. I got scared of the green toad. Poor Todd got smoked. Nice, Todd. It's a feeling that you just can't recreate. I don't know how it really happens. I've been there before, though. It definitely has happened to me before. In playing games. It's a neat one. Just something inside of you is just like, alright. Fuck all this. You're gonna sit down right now, look at this game, and you're gonna play. You're gonna go God Gamer mode right now. Don't blow it up. And you just don't. Until you do. God, it sucks to blow it. Nobody wants to choke. Imagine that as a superpower, chat. Your superpower is that you will always be able to be in the zone, no matter what, but you will always choke at the end. Always. So you look like a God Gamer up to the very end, where you just completely drop it. God, that would fucking suck. That's some monkey paw shit right there. What was that? I got the slow-mo and I missed the ball. I missed. The fuck? I believe it is called the flow, yeah. Play the Yume Nikki game with the same name. It refers to it as a brain activity. Getting in the flow. You're in the zone, you realize it, and then once you're aware of it, you just completely fumble it because you try to capture it. But if you're in the zone, it's like unconscious. It's full Koishi. Just without the Koishi bit, I suppose. Oh, DK's back. Cool. That was very strange. Oh, wow, wow. What the f... This game busted. Dick Toad. That's the worst. There's a chart or like a pyramid about a skill level, It relates to fighting games. Well, I think it can relate to more than fighting games, but I've only seen it in context of fighting games. I don't know. There's four rings I'm familiar with. So there's what the hell was it? It was about conscious. It was conscious. The bottom was unconscious incompetence, and then from there it's. I think it's unconscious competence, and then in the middle it's conscious incompetence, and then at the top it's conscious competence, right? Something like that. So it's the hardest one to deal with is probably the third one there, because conscious incompetence means you're aware that what you're doing is wrong, but you're not really sure what to do about it, which makes it most frustrating. But if you're unaware of what you're doing wrong, then you can improve, right? That kind of thing. Don't fire. No! It's definitely more frustrating to be aware of what the problem is, but not know how to fix it, than not being aware of what the problem is and not knowing how to fix it. Of course, they say the first step to getting good is acknowledging that you're not. Understand that you are not the god gamer you thought you were, and fucking practice. Victory. See that? Easy. Knowing something's wrong and not knowing why it's wrong is more frustrating than not knowing that something's wrong and not knowing that it's wrong. Ignorance is bliss. Yes. That's true. That is actually quite true. I never really understood that phrase as a kid. But when you think about things too hard, or things that don't relate to you or matter to you at all, it's just more shit on your mind, right? Fuck it. Let's not do that. Wow. Oh. That's why I don't really interact with fandoms. I don't want to know what's going on. What troubles are going on in there, ever. Most of the time I don't care. There's usually some kind of stupid argument over something. It's always fucking Twitter. Always Twitter. Someone says something someone doesn't agree with, and it turns into a big ass mess. I'm good. I'm perfectly okay not being a part of that. If I don't know about it, it doesn't bother me. What the hell just happened? Why does it keep doing that? Oh. Even if I lose, I win, so who cares? But I ain't trying to lose. It's nice to turn your brain off every now and again. Pretty much. That's why I like slice of life shows, because they just don't require me to think. There's no deeper meaning in them. There's no complex story, writing, characters. It's just simple, stupid fun that I can watch and not have to think too hard about. And then when it's done, it's like, that was nice. And then whenever the chance arises, I can just think about that and be like, yeah, that was nice. You're a smart man to not use Twitter much. I use Twitter for basically one thing, and that's just to look at art from artists I follow. That's pretty much it. There are other sites that are probably easier for that, admittedly. But I also post my stream links on Twitter, so there's something there. But I don't really use social media. I think some people use it a little bit too frequently. They probably need a couple days off it. Man's revving his motorcycle outside. Please. What is he doing out there? Is he coming back? Is he gonna do it again? Do it again. No. The entire neighborhood is waiting for you to do it again. Oh, here he comes again. I hear him in the window. Nice. Sometimes you're better off not knowing. However, human curiosity, sometimes it doesn't let you not know. It's a real pain in the ass, isn't it? I want to know, but I shouldn't. That's why curiosity killed the cat. Oh, that was a terrible pass, DK. What the fuck was that? That was a bad pass, too. Whoa, boy. That goalie adjusted. It's fine. It's more so just a matter of not being involved in things that you don't need to be involved in. And getting angry as a result. Just don't. We're only human, chat. I mean, I guarantee that we've all seen something somewhere that doesn't, like, do anything to us at all, but you just look at it and go, wow, I'm kind of upset about that. This annoys me for no reason. A pet peeve, if you will. Just for absolutely no reason. You just see this comment of some guy, you have no idea who they are, you've never interacted with them before, and you're just like, man, just don't. Just look away, you'll be happier for it. Why do we get annoyed by shit like that, though? I really wish I didn't. It's not productive at all. Kick ball. Last one. This was the last match, yeah? Did I fight Mario? No, I fought Yoshi. That's the end, yep, nice. Go Dong. It's a pretty looking trophy. Kudos to the guy who designed those. They look very nice. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You just read something on Twitter. It's just like, man, just fucking... Ugh. But just dwelling on it doesn't help. This person's not related to you at all. They have nothing to do with you. You don't even have to look at their tweets if you don't want to. But they just pop up. It's like, can I just not think about this? Because it's just making me roll my eyes. Perfect. DK wins. That trophy is very shiny. Field Tilt is now available in Cheats. Nice. 10-0. 10-0. Well, that was a good 2 hours of soccer. My headache's coming back, though. That sucks. Shit. So, let's see. What's next? Next is the Star Cup. 14 rounds. And then the Super Bowser Cup. 14 rounds again. Rank 4th or higher to enter knockout. Oh, God. That's going to be fucking hard. 28 rounds. 28 rounds, chat. That was 16 rounds. 16 rounds for 2 hours. 14 rounds. Oh my god. That's so much. And the worst part is this one, where it's also 14 rounds, but then it's a knockout tournament as well. I'm not going to be able to do both of these in the one part. It's going to take too long. It's just going to take way too long. There's not enough time in the day to do that. Oh well. That's fun. I like soccer. So next time I do that, it'll be the Star Cup, most likely all on its own. It'll be like an hour and a half. So it'll probably be a short one. Oh well, it's fine. 2 more streams. It should be fine in the Bowser Cup. Might save state though, because I don't want to do it all over again. 14 rounds to enter a knockout round, and then if you lose that, you go back to the start. Oof. It's a tall order. It's a very tall order. But until then, let's see.